on, is it that time already?
You're always falling asleep when we come to Tully's farm.
Jimmy, I'm ever so sorry, but it is my favourite place for a nap and some R&R.
Rest and relaxation?
Oh, not quite. Rudolph and Randolph.
The reindeer?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Oh, well, don't worry. Let me explain to you and everyone. Did you all know that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has a twin brother? Did you know?
No?
Well, they are exactly identical, yes, except for the red nose. Randolph doesn't have one. It's only Rudolph with the rosy nose, except for me when I've been on the sherry trifle. But they're about as similar as custard and roast potatoes, both Christmas classics, but completely different. Rudolph is the fastest reindeer in all the world. Randolph is maybe the slowest. Rudolph likes to get up early and Randolph likes a lion. Rudolph likes to get up and at him and running around the place, and Randolph likes to go with the flow. And it's because of these differences that sometimes they end up quarrelling, yes. And when they're quarrelling, Rudolph says to Randolph, why can't you just be a bit more up and at him like me, going on adventures? And Randolph says, why can't you come and gaze at the stars and spend time together? Well, these two brothers, in amongst all their squabbling, often share a few duties. Yes, and one year it was Randolph's job to book the tickets to the big Christmas ball that year. But he probably shouldn't have left it until Christmas Eve now, should he? Well, on Christmas Eve, Randolph was so busy having a nap and having his hooves done that he completely forgot. And by the time he rolled round to doing it, every single ticket had been sold. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, they wouldn't be going to the ball that year now, would they? Well, Rudolph, meanwhile, had been very busy himself. He had run a half marathon, started a Pilates class with the rest of the reindeer, and gone for a big fly all the way around the North Pole, all the while shining his nose, and he even shined my sleigh too, and was back in time for tea. Randolph was ever so worried. He thought, I really must tell the truth to my brother Rudolph. And so when he did, Rudolph was rather upset. He said, of course the tickets are going to sell out, Randolph. Why wouldn't they this close to Christmas Eve? How did he, Rudolph, end up with such a lazy layabout as a brother? You've ruined Christmas, Rudolph said. And with that, he stormed off to cool down in the North Pole. Well, all the while, I was there getting the sleigh ready for Christmas Eve. Getting the reindeer all prepared to deliver your presents. There I was, with Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and at the front, guess who?
Rudolph!
No, we couldn't find Rudolph anywhere. Well, we searched and searched and searched, and eventually we found him. He had done so much furious fretting and fussing that he had completely worn himself out, and he was fast asleep in the bath, and in no fit state to be leading the sleigh all the way around the world that night. Well, what was to be done? And then Randolph said, I don't have a red nose, but I spent so long gazing at the stars, I could never get lost in them. And I may not be as fast as Rudolph, but if we could go a little bit slower, I could lead the sleigh this year. And so that's exactly what he did. We followed Randolph's lead up into the night sky and used the stars as our guide. And though I had to freeze time a little bit longer this year, it was one of the most memorable Christmases. Rudolph was a bit sad when we got back. He said, I'm so sorry that I wasn't there to do my job. I said, don't you worry about a thing. Sometimes we all need to work, and sometimes we all need to relax. That goes for you too, grown-ups. We all need a bit of Randolph and a bit of Rudolph, a bit of R and R. And the two get on famously well now. And so, instead of going to the ball, they flew right to the top of the nearest building and spent the rest of the night gazing up at the stars together. Which is why I love coming to my favourite farm, to have a nice rest and a bit of a snooze before the big day. And it also means I can come and deliver your magic stars, so you can have an early Christmas present. Does that sound good?
Yeah!
And I can also possibly see you and your families for a little photograph as well. Now, Jelly, you're going to organise everyone for me, aren't you? So off you go.